People are going crazy over this and asking why the legendary Mike Tyson is coming back to fight a clown like Jake Paul. And I have an answer for that, because you're gonna watch it. But seriously, why someone like the legendary Iron Mike Tyson, a 56-year-old retired boxer, have to come back to the world of boxing to fight a person like Jake Paul? Well, here's why. According to the numbers, people are not interested in boxing as they used to. Like, boxing matches don't give you the same kind of feeling they did in the 90s. But here's another question. Why? What's wrong with boxing? We have better coaches now, more knowledgeable coaches now. And thanks to the internet, we can find good fighters, talented fighters easier. But with all that, people are still not showing interest to boxing. Why? It all started from the time that they brought these people into the world of boxing and called it exhibition fights. Now calm the fuck down, I always do my best to be objective in my videos, so just listen. Here's the problem. These exhibition fighters, I'm specifically talking about influencer fighters, they didn't start their careers as boxers, as real fighters. They started as YouTubers, Twitch streamers, TikTokers. Their mentality is not the same as the mentality of a legit hardworking elite fighter who have been training for years and are craving for the championship. Influencer fighters, they don't see it as a battle, they don't see it as a fight, they see it as a show, and it's all about selling tickets. But what is wrong with that? What's wrong with a bunch of clowns entertaining people with fake fights? You see, these people are professionals at promoting their fights. They know how to grab your attention, they know how to tell stories, and because of that, they can bring a lot of casual audience to watch the match. These are the things that legit fighters are not capable of. It's all about fighting for them. They don't know anything about marketing. But on the other hand, exhibition fighters are bad at running the show because they're mediocre fighters. They don't fight for real. Like, you don't feel the tension in exhibition fights. Take prime Mike Tyson, for example. That guy used to get into the ring to unalive his opponents. Do you think KSI, Logan Paul, Jake Paul have the same kind of attitude in the ring, same kind of mentality? And in case you don't know, the way you think as a fighter, it affects the way you fight. But people are still gonna watch Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. You know why? Because number one, it's Mike Tyson. Number two, Jake Paul is the hated, goofy villain that people are waiting for someone to beat him down. And that's gonna be Mike Tyson. But who knows, maybe Jake Paul is gonna be the winner of the fight. But people are gonna watch this fight to see Jake Paul getting his ass beat by Mike Tyson. I'm a micro penis YouTuber. I only have 220 subscribers, and every sub from you is a millimeter of length added to my willy. So help me help Willy. Boxing still has its dedicated fans, but the casual audience, they're usually interested in fights that are more realistic. And with UFC in the scene, it's pretty hard for boxing to compete with it. People can do backflips, they're fighting in an octagon, it's a fucking cage, and they can throw knees, elbows, back punches. It's like comparing the OG Captain America movie with Avengers Endgame. UFC, everyone's in it. Doesn't matter if you're a fan of boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu, you're gonna watch it because it's a combination of all of them. And with all that, boxing looks less interesting. There was a time when boxing was the only way for us to see two human beings fighting each other legally with no interruptions. But now in 21st century, humans' brain is also getting superhero movies, anime characters who can fight for 10 episodes, Reddit videos, fighting games. And when you compare boxing to dudes, boxing is just two athletic dudes who can fight. Like, the maximum amount of time is 36 minutes with breaks like between every 3 minutes. It looks raw and boring. But don't get me wrong, I used to be a boxer. That's why I made this video. When I see a boxing match in the first round, I see two people controlling their stamina, trying to analyze their opponent. That kind of thing, it looks boring to casual audience. But as a former boxer, I understand that. I know that throwing punches for 1 minute is painful, and throwing punches for more than one round is gonna be hell. And the boxer is going to fight for 36 minutes. If he doesn't keep his guard up, he's gonna get knocked down. I have empathy for the fighter, but I understand that average people, they don't give a shit about that. They just want wild, crazy fights and plus gore if it's possible. But with boxing, it's kind of impossible to deliver it. So for me, it's totally fine that Mike Tyson is going to fight Jake Paul. I see it as a Mike Tyson in a Steven Seagal movie. And as a former boxer who is still a huge fan of boxing, not gonna lie, the world of boxing looks a little bit boring to me these days. And unfortunately, I think from a marketing point of view, the best way to save the world of boxing is bringing people in that are not supposed to fight. Like seeing Elon Musk versus the Lizard or Justin Bieber versus Tom Cruise. I know that these fights are not gonna look fun because they're not real fighters. They can't fight for long, like at last for 2 rounds. But the idea of having 2 elite people in the ring against each other is just hype. Do me a favor, like this video and subscribe to my channel because I really need to monetize it. Thanks. See ya.